Hi folks, this is Wemette coming back to you with another Red's Bedtime Story. They're kind of back to back, but this one is about towards the end of everything. It was, well, all the people were dying. Marshall was in prison. Everybody went to jail from the Kansas City Skim. Joey was in jail. Joe Ferriola was the acting boss, and he was about ready to go. And so I looked around, and the only person that was really could make a major damage to the mob was Frank Schweiss, and Frank was close to me. So I reached out for Frank using the ruse that I wasn't happy with a lot of things. The way I did it was I stopped paying Jeeps his money. Jeeps came around because Philomato, Jimmy Cozo's father-in-law, was told not to come around anymore, that somebody else would handle it. And Frank came in, and we squared up, and Jeeps came around, and I was not happy with Jeeps. He increased my street tax, and he also wanted to tax some of my other businesses. So the long and short was I sat down with Tom Knight from the U.S. Attorney's Office and Hank Schmidt from the FBI and said, I can do it. I can take him down. There's no way, no doubt in my mind I can do it. And they didn't believe me. They said, this guy doesn't use phones, this guy's this guy's that. And I said, okay, I'll do it. And so they provided some equipment, which they didn't know how to hook up. And they wouldn't send a tech out to do it, so I wound up hooking up the equipment. Actually, Scott Jennings tried to help me do it, and he screwed some things up. One was a disaster. There was a buzzing noise that interfered with the sound on the camera, and you could hear it all over the room. So I had to quickly turn off that tape and start another one at another date. But as I taped Frank went through story after story after story, just telling me about his life and stuff like that, and he was burying himself. He was my target. That was my target. And after he was arrested, I believe that he'd never gotten bond before, and I believe that that was the beginning of the end of a restructuring of the mob, so to speak, because he was a powerhouse. Harry Ellman was in prison, and he got out for a short period of time. But with Frank gone, that was it. And he had a bond hearing, and at that bond hearing, he didn't make bond. And that's the first time in his entire career that he didn't make bond. And when he went to trial, he was convicted, and so was Jeeps. Jeeps was collateral. I really didn't want to hurt Jeeps. But he was there, he was part of it. He wasn't a murderer. As a matter of fact, he made a comment under his breath that almost got him killed by Lenny Patrick and some other people. Jim Marcel was, he said, I don't want to be tried with a murderer. And Frank heard it, his lawyer heard it, and other people heard it, including myself. So they tried to kill Jeeps. And he escaped. He got away. But he was my target, and that's what I call the beginning of the end for the Chicago outfit. Even when Joey got out of prison and things went into the 90s and stuff like that, it's never going to be the same. I've done bedtime stories about this before. It never will be the same. It's not going to be the same. The street gangs have more power than the actual outfit today. The outfit doesn't have the muscle anymore. And there's some people out in the West Coast, and they have their own little things going, but it's nothing like it was. It was the thing. I mean, I can't even describe it to you. Most of you people probably know something about it from reading other books. And speaking of books, I wrote a book, and it's called Nobody Cares and What I Did About It. It's the Red Wemette story, and it's available at redwemette.com, and it's an autographed edition if you get it there, and you could also buy it for the same price as the autographed edition at Amazon, Barnes and Noble, Books A Million, any Crate Space, any just about any bookstore carries it in their catalog. They'll order it for you, but it's not sitting on the shelf. And it is available at the same price of $19.95, and that's my bedtime story for this evening. And that's back to back two in a row. And I want to say hi to all you folks out there and Facebook. I enjoyed you. I enjoyed chatting with you, listening to other theories and ideas. But something to remember, you read about it, I lived it. And that's a little bit different. But thank you very much, and God bless you. Have a great evening.